Okay, so welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to produce simple posts and simple assignments, anything that doesn't really require submission by the students and isn't going to result in some sort of score or grade. And this is quite useful, for example, asking students to just have a look at something, work through some questions by themselves, etc. So this is anything really where the students don't need to submit anything back to you. So, firstly, posts. If we go to our classroom, then the stream is very similar to the dashboard that you would have in Satchel 1. And this is where you will see tasks that are due, and this is also where you will see notices that you have set for your class. So if I want to share something with my class, I can just click something on the stream. If you want, you can change which class it is or set it for multiple classes, but I'm just going to set it for my dummy classroom. You again can choose which students you want to set it for. So if, for example, you're differentiating and you want to set an extension for a certain subset of the class, this is where you could set that for only a few students. Or if you had a trip or something like that and you only wanted to set this notice for those people who were going on the trip, you could choose exactly which students you wanted to select. But let's say you want to set it for all students. Obviously I want to add a file in this case. It can be something on my Google Drive. I can link to a particular website. I can link to a particular YouTube video, or I can select a file, which I'm going to do in this case. I want to upload this from my desktop. Group 35 climate change presentation. So that will upload there. And we have a post. Dear all, here's the winner of the post competition. Please have a look through their work and congratulate them. You can add as many files as you need. You can either click post here, in which case it will post immediately, or you can schedule a time when you want it. So let's say I want this to come live today, 6th of August, but not until 5 o'clock, 1700. Okay, then I can schedule that post there. Obviously I may want to edit that and decide actually I want it to go live now. I can click here, edit it and say, nah, I want it to go live now. Post that right away. Students will see the post in their streams immediately. Yeah, that's what I want. Post that. And then here we go. There's a post that appears down in the dashboard stream, post created. So that is just a notice that you may want. If you want to actually set an assignment, then you want to click on classwork and create. Now, let's say I just want to create a normal assignment. Click on that. Obviously I want to add a couple of things. So again, I'm going to add some files. Upload, browse. Let's say I want to add HES questions and HES questions mark scheme. Open those. Okay, revision work. Please work through the attached questions and mark them according to the mark scheme. Let me know if you have any problems. Again, I can choose which class I want to set it for. I can choose which students I want to set it for. Here, this is something that we don't want to mark for. So I'm going to change this to unmarked. That means that this isn't going to be associated with a score. Due, it's going to be due tomorrow at 5 p.m. Topic, if you wish, you can assign it to certain topics. So in something like English, you might want to assign this to a poetry topic or to Shakespeare's play, a particular play of Shakespeare, something like that. We'll have a look at rubrics later on in a different video, and a few times a year you can check for plagiarism, but there wouldn't be any point in something like this where there's no submission. Again, I can assign directly, or I can click on this and schedule this for a particular time. I could even save the draft if I wanted to actually finish working on this. And I've done that before where I haven't had a link that's completely ready yet. So you may want to save it as a draft or schedule it for a future date, but I'm just going to assign this straight away. And you can see the assignment created there in classwork. If you go into stream, you will see that the assignment has also appeared in the stream. Now, obviously, as the teacher of the classroom, I can click on that and I can edit it if I want, if I've made a mistake, as I can edit the post I created earlier. The final thing that you might want to add is some sort of feedback. So classwork create, if you just click on the material here, so this would be feedback, where again I don't require a submission, and you'll notice here there's no option for submission or anything here. So add, let's go for a YouTube video this time, URL there. We'll have a quick look. That's what I want. Add that. And there we've got feedback associated. Again, do you want it now or later? Do you want it associated with a particular topic? And do you want it for all students and which groups? So I'm going to post that now. So you can see there the two assignments for the students under classwork. If I go to stream, you can see two different types of assignments and the notice that I submitted. None of these require any input back. The difference being the assignment will appear in your mark book as a homework, while the feedback, the material, won't. That's really considered just a means of delivering information to your students. How would this appear from their point of view? So if I go to my inbox as the student, notice that I have an alert to tell me that there's a new announcement, there is a new assignment, and there is new material waiting for me. So the student shouldn't be able to miss the fact that you have assigned something. And again, all they need to do is go and click on this, and that will take them directly to the assignment, the material, or the alert on Google Classroom. This is what it looks like for the student. Notice I've still got the stream, I've got the classwork, and I've got other people who are involved, but I haven't got the mark book. And it looks very, very similar to what it looks like for the teacher. I've got my note here, I've got my assignment here, I've got my feedback here, and I've got a sidebar here warning me of any upcoming work. So let's have a look on this. Revision work. If I want to submit anything, I can. I can send a private comment here. I can send that. There was no request for work, but I could submit evidence of my work if I needed to. I can send a comment to the whole class. That is, it is possible to disable that if you wish. And then once I've done it, mark as done, mark as done, and then my teacher knows that it has been done. And going back to the teacher, I can now click on that revision work, and I can see that one person has handed it in and there are none left to come.